Hi there, I'm Simon Canton. Welcome to my vlog. In this vlog, I'd like to talk about negative reviews and negative feedback. So there's been the thing that sparked this off was that I was reading a blog post on Chrissy Moss's blog, which you should go and read. It's I'll put a link in the description. And she was talking about books she's abandoned and the fact that she doesn't leave any feedback or reviews on books that she's abandoned. And she said there's a new thread on Reddit where people are giving negative feedback to books that they've abandoned. And it's strange. I don't know if I'm a bit weird, but I want as much negative feedback as possible right now, as long as it's constructive. I was recently on the Immerse or Die blog that Jefferson Smith does. And he gave me, he said, my book failed at like 13 minutes or something. It was Shiny New Swindle. It failed about 13 minutes or something like that. And he said that the sentence structure I was using was too repetitive. And the thing is, I've got 5 books out, and I'm early on. Like I've been published for about a year, self-published, and the negative feedback, as long as it's constructive and it's well informed, is vital at this stage. I mean, where I want to get to is being a really great author. I'm not going to get there if no one tells me what I'm doing wrong. If everyone says you're great the whole time, well, then you start to think that you're great. At the moment, my review average, I think, for Bite on the End of the Line is 4.2, and Chrissy mentioned over on her blog that she gave up because of editing problems, editing errors, and that book's been out for over a year, and if there's editing problems that are stopping readers from reading further, I wish I'd known that a year ago. I mean, it's not to put it on the reader, but if someone had left a negative review and said 1 star, or sorry, several people at least, had left negative reviews and said 1 star, I couldn't get beyond the 20th page because he keeps spelling things wrong and his grammar is terrible and all this, then I would have gone and fixed it. So, but if, I mean, that book has been downloaded over 10,000 times, and maybe, trying to guess, maybe 150 or 200 people have gone on to the next book in the series. So since Chrissy gave up, now this is not any proof, but since Chrissy gave up because of editing errors, it's quite possible that out of the 10,000 people, so my theory until now was that a lot of people download books for free and have them on their Kindle and never even open them. And I think there's some truth to that. I think some people do that. But I think that my suspicion is that the percentage is of people who've opened the book is higher than what I was assuming. And the fact that not many people are going on to the next book may not even be the subject matter. Like, they may not read fantasy or something like that, but it may be the fact that this editing problem is stopping the whole thing up. Now, the book is currently being edited by Garrett Robinson, and I'm really interested to find out what happens when that book is edited, because I've now got a year's worth of data of sales, of how many people download it versus how many people move to the second book and so on. So a year's worth is a long period of time so even, like, it can't be affected by things like someone downloaded it and then took 2 months to finish it and then went on to the next one, because a lot of people who have downloaded it in the start will have read it at this stage. So that year versus what will happen when I then get the edited version up on Amazon will be very interesting to see. But the thing that struck me today, Hugh Howey had a blog post where he said that successful indies are making their books indistinguishable from traditional published books. And the thing that traditional published books do incredibly well is making their books be edited perfectly. so you might not like certain genres or certain types of books, but you don't find as many spelling and grammar mistakes in traditionally published books as you would in an indie book. And also, getting deeper than that, you won't find as many serious logical flaws in a traditionally published book as you would in a general indie book. I'm not talking about specific indie books. So if you took the millions of indie books that are published, I'd say a lot of them have okay, that character used to be dead and now he's still alive, or that character didn't have a gun, now he has a gun, or now he's lost his gun, or why isn't he using his gun, or all these different things. So I guess it's just brought into focus for me the fact that I'm trying to make myself better, and the thing that's doing that is when people say something is wrong. So it doesn't help I'll put it this way. I would put a call out to anyone who has read one of my books and stopped for a legitimate reason, not stopped because, I got busy or something like that. That's not a real reason. Or like there's no point in putting in a review saying, I read this book and it's sci-fi and I don't like sci-fi, or like stuff like that. But if you've read my book and you went, this is boring, nothing's happening, or oh my god, this guy can't spell this word correctly, or he keeps putting commas in the wrong places, or he's not describing things enough, or he's describing things too much, or this character's not believable, or I don't like this guy, or I don't get why they're doing this, or that doesn't make sense, they have a gun, why are they punching the guy when they could just shoot him? All of those are legitimate criticisms, and you do not have to finish one of my books to leave a criticism like that. So this is my invitation for people to leave me negative reviews if you've read one of my books. So Chrissy mentioned that she personally is worried about leaving negative reviews on other authors' books because of people getting pissed off, and because some authors are so touchy that they will then go and blast the author that left the negative reviews books themselves. They'll create 20 different profiles and start leaving 1-star reviews just to be a dick. So I promise, if you leave a negative review that's honest and that has a legitimate reason why it's a negative review, even if it's I was bored by the end of chapter 1, go and leave it. I will never leave any revenge reviews. Even if someone was a dick, actually, I wouldn't leave revenge reviews, because what's the point in it? So that was basically it. I don't know how many people who have read my books might see this, and if you don't want to leave a review, but you do want to tell me about a problem, you can leave it in the comments below, or you can email me or Google Plus me or whatever. I won't take offense. I want people to tell me when things are wrong. So that's basically it. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.